Hey, you too. What's up? So, I don't know how this happened, but I started getting some weird thoughts in my head and started doing some internet research and started thinking about that we have 2 more years of Trump and then what's going to happen in 2028 when at the next election. Now I don't really vote that much. I just want to say that because I'm poor, and some people don't think I'm poor, but I think I'm poor. And I don't vote because I really don't think that any party really cares about poor people. But having said that, I'm going to talk about what I think is going to happen as far as what's going on as far as like opinions go. I mean, we had Joe Biden, then we had Trump, and a lot of people still talk about Bernie Sanders. I think that whether you like those three names I just mentioned or not, I think the general consensus is that they're just too old. We're just kind of tired of grumpy old men. So I think I made a list of Democrat and Republican contenders for the next election, and I'm going to explain why these are not just, it's not just, Google telling me this. This is research based on states that are doing well and popular opinion polls. And then I also want to mention something else about campaigns and getting excited about various people. Okay, so I mean, I think it goes without saying that probably JD Vance is going to be a contender and up for the next election. He's been the vice president. The Republicans probably like him. He comes from Ohio. Was a leader in Ohio, and Ohio is a pretty good state. Has a lot going for it. So he's still got all that going for him into the next election. Uh, as far as the Democrats go, I think you're wanting to look at North Carolina as the competition. That would be like your Roy Cooper or your Josh Stein from North Carolina. That would be probably some good competition. Also, Maine, you have Janet Mills, uh, and Illinois has Rami Emanuel and J.B. Pritzker. Connecticut has Chris Murphy. Maryland has Wes Moore. Massachusetts has Maura Healey. Washington has Bob Ferguson. And Oregon has Tina Kotek. So those are your Democrat contenders, in my opinion. But backing J.D. Vance up for the Republican Party, if you're not on board with J.D. Vance, there are other Republicans who also have shining states to back them up, such as Phil Scott from Vermont, Kelly Ayotte from New Hampshire, Spencer Cox from Utah, Brad Little from Idaho, and Mark Gordon from Wyoming. So I just want to put that out there because I don't know if you're a party person or if you're a candidate person. For me, I'm neither. I look at the states. That's why I sort of always ride the fence and stay neutral. I'm a poor person, and I like to look at. I look at it like the journalist. What do you have backing you up? You know, which leads me to I live in Florida. I do not think that anybody from Florida is a contender. And I say this because Florida is not the only state that I would say this about. I think there's at least 6 states that wouldn't have a contender. And not because there's not good people in those states, but because these 6 states that I'm going to mention, Florida being one of them, have had so many problems that any contender from these 6 states would have so much mud and dirt thrown on them that they wouldn't have a chance. So, and that would be three on the Democrat side, which I will say Pennsylvania, California, and New York. I do not think you should put a contender from the Democratic Party from those states because they will get slaughtered. And I don't think that the Republican Party should have a contender from Louisiana, Florida, or West Virginia because they will get slaughtered. So I'm just saying this to be fair to both parties. And and if you're into voting and if you're into campaigning and if you're into supporting, your state, then I hope that what I just said gives you a little head start because there's only 2 more years to the next election, and what I just presented to you should be very useful information.